Good morning. So I'm Bruno, the CEO of Carrousel Digital. And what we've come up with is an application to make cash payments that works offline, so which is basically resilient. So here I'm going to say what we believe eCash does require for things like euro. Well, it needs to be able to work online, but also to work offline. It needs to be secure and to be able to preserve the global money supply, especially if it's used by a lot of people. It needs to be resilient to lots of problems. It needs to be reliable. You don't want to lose money on your app. And it needs to be easy to use. So our app, which we've called Monetac, it can work online. So when you're online, you can exchange money between your app, which is basically a prepaid application. You can exchange money between your app and classical banks, debit cards, instant payments systems. So you can use all these things with this application. You can also make some transfers when you're online from app to app. So it's easy. You're here in Amsterdam and you want to send some money to Paris. You can do that without going through a bank, just using the internet. But it needs also to be able to work offline. So let's say there is no network. You need to be able to transfer money from app to app then. And so what you do is that you just bring the apps together and you send money from app to app. So this really replaces banknotes. And when it works offline, you need to not only be able to make one payment, but people who receive the money need to make successive payments. Follow on, so this could last for weeks. I haven't drawn that on the screen, but let's say you've received a payment from two different apps. You should be able to seamlessly pay one single person with the money you've received from the two other people. And of course, the app needs to be secure. So here you see I've put a cross. When you've got 2,100 on one app and you pay 2,100 to somebody else, you shouldn't be able to pay 500 to somebody else. And in fact, what is even better than that is that even if your app has been hacked, which is not supposed to do, we've got some things to avoid it, but you never know. You need to be able to check that when you put your money into your bank account, so the server will be able to make these intermediary checkings, even if the intermediary apps haven't synchronized with the server. So which means that in fact the app keeps in memory all the transfers that have been made offline since the last connection. So the app here, we know about this transaction and about that transaction as well. And this is all patented process. It needs to work in shops. So when you have got your app, you can make payments in shops. So either with the shop being connected to the same application with the USB or Bluetooth, or either because the app switches to the normal banking system or to a credit card mode. So now let's go to security. The app needs to be resistant to cryptographic prowess. As you know, we used to use RSA 1000, and RSA 1000 was attacked. In fact, the Chinese found the way how to do it, so some time ago now. So people moved to RSA 2000. So Basically, by using very big computers, they were able to crack RSA 1000. But now, what people have done with quantum computing, and actually, people are very good at quantum computing here in Holland, in Delft. They're one of the best quantum computers in the world. Well, what they've reported, the Chinese, I think we could be grateful to them, that they bought a D-Wave computer, which is a quantum computer, and they cracked RSA 2000. That was reported in June 2005. So a lot of our systems are secured with RSA 2000. Well, some people have moved to RSA 4000, so they haven't reported anything on that yet. So the system, the app, if you want is better if it's built to be resilient to quantum computing. So yes, so this is a copy of the report by the Chinese university. First successful factorization of RSA 2048 integer by D-Wave quantum computer. June 2005. So again, a bit going over the things, the app needs to be resilient to not only to quantum computing, but to data center failures or outings, to telecoms outings, or when the branch is closed, you still need to be able to pay from app to app and go in the street and do your shopping. So Monetac is easy to use. Now I'm going to make a demonstration. I've got 974 euros on this one. I've got 1,903 euros on that one, and this one is offline, but the other one is online. But because I'm on 3G, but it could be offline. So I'm going to put 4 euros from here to there. So basically, the 4 euros went through. I've got 970 here now and 1,907 here. And this went through using the NFC contact, all quantum safe with a quantum safe authenticity. So there's no need for an upgrade of the phone or a special chip because of our random hash, patented random hash signature. So to rehearse, we've got a blockchain type security, where we keep track of all the intermediary payments which have not been reported to the system, to the server. We use a random hash signature. So how does it work? Well, it uses very small 25-bit keys only, one-time keys. So it means that what we do is that we insert a secret between the documents, which are in fact the tickets we want to sign before we compute the hash, and we encrypt this hash with one-time key. So this makes it quantum safe because if you intercept the message and the signature, it brings you one equation with two unknowns, the secret and the one-time key. So basically, you cannot find the exact which one-time key was used. And there's and in fact, if you find a good one-time key that would work, it's only going to work with the message that you've signed. So it means that you cannot use these keys to authenticate a different message. But because the keys are small, not only they are quantum safe, but you can fit lots of keys on an application. On a telephone, for instance, you can put keys for 150 million users on 2 gigabytes of memory, which is nothing these days on your phone. So this is also covered by patents around the world. So that's it for the Monecash offline payment. But we've come up with another app, which is Monetac ID Papers, which uses all the same security features, but to keep documents unique on your application. So it's made basically to hold ID cards or things like this. And you've got you've got this quantum safe security for authentication. So if a computer or server is asking, do you have this document with you? It can rely on the answer of your phone saying, yes, I've got this document with me. And the other thing is that it can also be used to work offline. So even if the network is not there, so of course it's not going to work on with the server, but if you've got somebody else having the same app, you can send a copy of your document to the other app, and the other app, just by receiving it, will know that the document was authentic. And so it's a good way to hold IDs. And also it can use AI to check the face on the ID with you. That's it. If you have any question, of course.
One question. Thanks for the nice presentation. I didn't understand. Do you also have a wallet there, or do you have the payment and the ID papers separate?
At the moment, it's separate. Yeah.
Okay. So you cannot store other payment cards at the moment or cash.
The way it's meant to work is that you've got your application, and you can draw cash from other credit cards. So you just need to register them, and you get cash from there.
And you have it in a wallet?
Well, basically, it's a prepaid app, so it becomes a wallet. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Does that mean if I lose my phone, I lose my wallet?
Yeah, it's like a banknote, absolutely.
Right.
There are some procedures to recover the stuff. So you can offload your cash whenever you're connected. You can put some levels. So if I've got more than 150 euro on my stuff, I will put that on my account to make it safe. And then we've got some procedures to say I've lost my wallet, and basically it blocks everything. And next time this thing goes online, it will recover the cash that is left on it.
Right. But I still need to look after my phone.
Yes.
Good to know.
I can squeeze in one more.
Yeah, thanks. Hi, this is Carl from MSG. I have one question. I wonder, who exactly are you targeting with this proposition? Is it a B2C, a B2B, a white label proposition? How does it fit in a market where we have the digital euro coming, we have the EUDI wallet coming, we have Wero fighting for trying to grow, and every bank trying to occupy the customer interface with their own apps. And probably customers not, as far as I see, end customers not really looking for new solutions. So where is the space in the market that you are trying to get into?
Well, it's basically designed for customers, but now I'm not going to sell to customers. I'm selling to B, who will sell to customers, basically. Yeah. Mm.
All right, thanks.
Sure.
Yeah. We have problem with terroristic. They want to get money, so everyone sent like €100 to this group, and they can buy weapons, for example. And we have a lot of automatic controlling system. But it seems like here, it's very easy to gain all the money with all the apps. How do you, stop it?
How do you stop that? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, you can put some limits on how much your app holds, really. And then you have to realize that it's a banknote, basically. So you can say, well, no app will hold more than, let's say, 500 euros. So it's going to be like a 500 euro note. The other limits where you can put is that you can make it, you can put a name to the app holder. You can ask the app holder to register to a bank or something like this. That's another way to fight this problem. And yeah, that's the way you can control things. So 2 ways, but of course, if it's digital euro, unless people who hold euros have to register with somebody else, it's going to be free for everyone to go. So basically, you can go with your app, bring 500 euros to another country. Yeah. But the other thing is that, in fact, most of the time, these apps will work only in small spaces, like let's say north of Europe, or groups of countries with less than 100 million customers, or with less than maybe 300 million customers, because of the space required on the memory. So if you want to stick to 2 to 3 gigabytes on your phone. So if you go to the US, for instance, you will probably have to go to a place where you will need to download the apps, the keys of other people, basically to put a local app on your phone and transfer your cash. And this is an operation where you could put some controls, if that makes sense, if I'm clear enough. Yeah, of course, it would be yeah. Well, what I'm saying is that if you want to move from one geographical location to another, so you will probably need to go to a secure place to offload your cash from your wallet to another one, and basically you switch from one regulator to the other regulator.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Merci beaucoup, monsieur.